Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 5 of the Cleveland Indians franchise here on MLB The Show 21 on the PlayStation 5. Our Cleveland Indians have 2 road series in today's episode, starting off at Guaranteed Rate Field against the Chicago White Sox. So let's jump right into it. Lance Lynn on the mound for the South Side. He's had 2 appearances so far, 4.15 ERA on the season. He looks to slow a red-hot Cleveland Indians team. So if you're excited for this one, make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as Amed Rosario steps into the batter's box, hitting .378 to start the year. He's off to a stellar start, but not so stellar start in this game as he looks at strike 3 on the fastball. That'll be out number 1. And then the DH Ben Gamble will draw a close walk. So that'll bring a base runner on for Jose Ramirez. And he will also look at strike 3. So that's 2 strikeouts for Lance Lynn. Bringing up Franmil Reyes early on 0-1 pitch. Connects perfectly on the changeup and it clears the wall in left center. Franmil Reyes 2-run shot, his 5th of the season. He has swung a hot bat to say the least to start the 2021 season. That's right, flex on him. Franmil, 407 feet to left center. Indians take a quick 2-0 lead. Inning not done, Eddie Rosario up next. He draws a walk. Looks at the inside fastball. Lance Lynn struggling in the early going. Josh Naylor up next though, but he will strike out on the cutter. And out for Cleveland, brings across 2 for the young man Tristan McKenzie. This is our first time looking at McKenzie so far this season. His second appearance of the season, he had .208 in his first start. Pretty solid ERA to say the least. Whip is very high though. So Tristan McKenzie looks to get that down. One of our young pitchers of the future, we hope. We'll see how he does in today's episode. Tim Anderson leading off for Chicago. Looking at strike 3. That is a pretty interesting 12-6 curve. McKenzie's got a lot of movement on that pitch. Is once again right here, a lot of movement on the 12-6. However, Nick Madrigal drops it up the middle. That's a 1-out single. Jose Abreu up next. There's the 12-6 again. A little bit hung. However, Abreu gets a little bit underneath it. That is an out number 2 as throw is in. We'll take a look at the Chicago lineup. We've already seen the first 3 as it was Anderson, Madrigal, Jose Abreu. Then we'll see Eloy Jimenez, Adam Eaton in his second stint in Chicago, followed by Luis Roberts. Start off very hot for Chicago. Yervin Mercedes making his first appearance of the season, followed by Yohan Moncada in the 8th spot and Lurie Garcia in the 9. Here is a little 2-out shot down the line. Runner on first will move to third. And that'll be a double with 2 outs, as that was Eloy Jimenez with his first double of the season. Here is the next batter, Adam Eaton. He's going to look at ball 4. I think that should have been called a strike, but nonetheless, that blows the bases. 2 outs for Luis Robert, the best hitter so far for Chicago, and he grounds out with the bases loaded. No runs given up by McKenzie in the first. How about top second now? Andres Jimenez is in the batter's box, and Lance Lynn feels some tightness or strain in his hip, so you'll have to come out of the game. That would be a big blow for the Chicago White Sox pitching staff, as Michael Kopech will come in on short notice, and he also pitched a lot in his last outing, and he is not at 100% today, but he does get a strikeout of Jimenez to finish that at bat. Cesar Hernandez up next, wastes no time though. There is a base hit up the middle, so 1-out single for the second baseman. Brings up Austin Hedges, who is behind the plate today, and he looks at strike 3. Fastball definitely in the zone. Amed Rosario now 1-2, a slap to the right side. That's going to get down in the outfield. A 2-out base hit. Puts runners on first and second now as we move to Ben Gamble. First pitch swinging on a high fastball. Might have got a little bit underneath it. He does. That'll end the second. We'll actually go bottom 2 now real quickly. Yervin Mercedes, his first at-bat of the season. He grounds to the first baseman. Yohan Moncada up next in the 8th spot for some reason. And he will draw a 4-pitch walk, bringing in Lurie Garcia, who's hitting .522 early on in the season. 1-0 to him, grounder to Naylor at first. He tries to turn 2, but it's high to second and actually turn 0. That'll be an E3 on Josh Naylor. All runners are safe. Still 1 out now. Tim Anderson, that's hit into right field, base hit. Bases are juiced, 1 away. And that's going to bring up Nick Madrigal, who got a base hit earlier, but he's going to strike out here. Big strikeout by McKenzie. That's his second of the day. Jose Abreu up next, full count. He draws the walk. So McKenzie actually walks in the first run of the game for Chicago. It makes it 2-1 Cleveland, and the next batter does swing and miss on the 12-6. So McKenzie with a little bit of a self-inflicted wound there. As the White Sox now will continue to turn to their bullpen, Garrett Crochet comes in the top of the fourth. Jimenez is your first batter. He will ground easily to the third baseman. That is the first out of the top of the fourth now. Cesar Hernandez up next, 1-2 to him, and he actually gets plunked. Pitch runs a little inside. Don't think it was intentional, but he will take his base, and it will kind of hurt nonetheless. Austin Hedges up next, 1-2, driven into right center. That's actually going to get down. Jimenez on his horse rounds third, easily scores, and Cleveland gets that run back thanks to an RBI double from Austin Hedges, his first double of the season. Still one away now. Ahmed Rosario can't connect on the 101 fastball. Crochet's got some speed, and Gamble can't connect on it either. Back-to-back punch-outs in the top of the fourth. Let's go bottom five now. Nick Madrigal leading off. He is 1 for 2 on the day. McKenzie still on the mound, 1-1. There's that slider up the middle. Nice attempt by Rosario, and he cannot get him at first, but I like the effort. Abreu, though, will strike out on the high fastball. That is McKenzie's 5th strikeout of the day. Eloy Jimenez up next, and he gets a high fastball. He jumps all over this one and bombs it to left field. McKenzie couldn't get back-to-back punch-outs on that high fastball. Eloy Jimenez with one swing of the bat ties us up at 3 apiece. His second homer of the season. And the crowd in Chicago has come alive as we are back to square one, tied at 3-3 here in the 5th. Adam Eaton up next. He won't connect on the high fastball, so that is out number 2. Bringing Luis Robert to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day. 12-6, grounded to the shortstop. Play at first. And McKenzie goes 5 innings of work. We'll go top 7 now. Here's Austin Hedges, who had that RBI double back in the 4th. 2-2, and he's going to get another slider, and he's going to put it into right center again. Cody Heyer now on the mound for Chicago, and we have a leadoff double for Hedges, his second double of the game. Top of the lineup now, Ahmed Rosario. There's a slider. He's going to punch it to the left side of the infield, so runner will not advance. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Gamble up next, 0-2. Perfect timing on the low changeup. He hits it into center field, but the low speed of Hedges will stop him at third. So Cleveland will need another big hit. Ramirez, he's going to hit this one deep enough. That'll be deep enough to tag. It'll actually be deep enough to clear the fence. A 3-run shot by Jose Ramirez. His 3rd home run of the season breaks the tie. As I didn't think that one was going to get out of here. I thought that was just going to be a sac fly to left. But Jose Ramirez clears the wall with the opposite field power. It is now 6-3 Cleveland. Aaron Bummer will now check into the game. The lefty pitcher for Chicago, making his 3rd appearance of the season. And he will get the job done, getting both Franmil Reyes and Eddie Rosario to end the inning. We'll go bottom 8 now. Nick Whitgren will step in for Cleveland. He's looking to hold the save opportunity. He'll start off the inning against Luis Robert, 0 for 3. Now make it 0 for 4 as Cleveland has weathered one of the hottest bats of Chicago and begin the season. Yerwin Mercedes up next on a 2-1 fastball. Will hit it deep to left field, and that one will be a home run, and that one will be the very first home run of Yerwin Mercedes' career. He's going to want to go get that ball back. Big time shot for the Chicago White Sox catcher. Go have yourself a souvenir, young man. It is now 6-4 Cleveland as Chicago gets one back. Yohan Moncada up next. He swings through on the slider. Nasty pitch by Whitgren as he looks to settle back down. And then Luis Garcia 0-2 pops up the slider. That'll be out number 3 as the White Sox go to the last inning, and they'll have to get it done against James Karinchak, who has yet to allow a base hit so far this year, as he is 3 for 3 on his save opportunities. Tim Anderson will be the very first batter, and he will strike out. Nasty curveball by Karinchak. There's out number 1. Nick Madrigal up next, 0-2. Hit right back to Karinchak. Fields it cleanly, throws the first. Now it's all down to the final out. Jose Abreu. He is 0 for 3 on the day. 0-2 to Abreu. He gets called on a fastball that was probably a ball, but that's strike 3 nonetheless. And Cleveland wins game 1 of this 4-game series in the South Side 6-4, and they improve to 8-1 to begin the season. Not a bad start, as the win will go to Emmanuel Clase, who came into relief. Hyer gave up the home run. He gets the loss, and Karinchak gets save number 4 for Cleveland as they continue their hot streak to open the season. Not what I fully expected out of this Indians squad, but they do have the talent. Looking at the transaction logs real quick, the Pirates claim Yairo Solis off waivers from Houston, so not a big roster move, but a roster move nonetheless. Game 2, Chicago actually beats Cleveland 5-4 thanks to a early rally from Chicago, and Cleveland just could not counter. It was Lone Allen with another bad day in this one. And in game number 3, we actually dropped game 3 to Chicago as well, 3-2, a little bit of a walk-off action for Chicago, as it looks like it was Yasmani Grandal. Actually, no, I don't know who got the RBI there. I thought he got the RBI. And then game 4, we dropped this one 4-3 in another walk-off in 10 innings this time, as Chicago actually wins the series 3 out of 4, and we drop to 8-4 on the season to begin. So not the best series against Chicago. Hopefully we can bounce back in the very first edition of the Battle of Ohio in the 2021 series. First Battle of Ohio of this series, as we'll be traveling to Great American Ballpark to face the 7-5 Cincinnati Reds in interleague play. Tyler Mahle will be on the mound for Cincinnati, rocking their Los Rojos Spanish jerseys. I do like the Cincinnati Reds red in that jersey. Ahmed Rosario starting us off for Cleveland. 0-2 pop up into right field. This one will be caught. And we'll take a look at Cleveland's lineup because there is no DH in this game. And so that basically means Ben Gamel will grab the bench for this one, and Cesar Hernandez will bump up into the 2 spot. As you can see, a look at our order. Some hot bats look for Rosario and Reyes to continue those, as the pitcher will be Zach Plesac in this one. Next batter, Cesar Hernandez, very first pitch. He's swinging and hit this one deep to left center, and that one's going to get in the gap and rattle up against the wall. Hernandez has got some wheels, and he's actually going to turn this into a uncontested triple on the short side of the ballpark, too. Nice base running by Cesar Hernandez. Gives an early scoring opportunity for Cleveland, and Ramirez will cash in. Perfectly hit. He will be an RBI single as he beats out the throw. Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead. Ramil Reyes up next, 2-1, slaps the slider into right field. That's another base hit for Reyes. Runners now on first and second, 1 away. That's going to bring up Eddie Rosario. 2-2 to Rosario. Fastball might have got a little underneath it. Hits it to center, and they will not test the arm. Jose Ramirez not with the lead speed, as that'll just be the second out of the inning. Now Josh Naylor up next, 1-2. He can't check his swing, even though I think he checks his swing. Check swing in these games are kind of broken, but nonetheless, Zach Plesac now takes the mound with a 1-run insurance before he even steps on. He is a 1.06 ERA through 2 appearances, so had a very strong start to his season, and he's not breaking curfew on COVID. Full count to the very first batter, Jonathan India, and he hits it to deep right center, but it is caught out there by Ahmed Rosario. And we'll take a look at Cincinnati's lineup now. Up next, we will see the veteran Joey Votto, now at the age of 37. He is 9-36 in his last 10 games. Then we'll see Jesse Winker, Eugenio Suarez, the former Royal Mike Moustakas, the former Indian Tyler Naquin, Tucker Barnhart, and Aristides Aquino before the pitcher spot. Here is the veteran Joey Votto, 1-1. Will hit it right up the middle. There's a 1-out base hit as Votto takes his bag. Now in the 3-hot, Jesse Winkler, 2-2. Grounder right to Naylor at first. Could have turned 2, but doesn't feel it cleanly. He does get 1, but Josh Naylor with another not so stellar defensive play. But it's not going to cost him this time. It's 2-2, grounded right back to the pitcher. That'll be out number 3, and that'll end the first. Top 3 now, back to the top of Cleveland's lineup as Ahmed Rosario draws the walk to begin the inning. Cesar Hernandez, who just had that triple, is going to hit this one down the line. That is going to be a base hit. Runners will stay at second, so back-to-back base runners for Cleveland at the top of the third. And then Ramirez up next, hits a pass ball deep to center field. They will tag on this one as Ahmed Rosario will get into third safely. So I'll put runners on the corners, 1 out for Franmil Reyes, another RBI opportunity for him, and he slaps a fastball deep into center. That'll be an easy tag for Ahmed Rosario. It is now 2-0 here, Cleveland in third. Eddie Rosario up next. He is first pitch swinging. He will single up the middle. Cesar Hernandez rounds second and gets to third safely. So another scoring threat here for Cleveland as the Reds manager looking to calm down his pitcher. And he does just that as Naylor gets called strike 3 looking. And it's 2-0 Indians through 4. How about bottom 5 now? Back to this Reds offense. Zach Plesac still on the mound. He has had another good start in this one, but he does walk the first batter to begin the 5th. Tucker Barnhart takes his base. Aristides Aquino up next. 1-2. Can't hit the 86 changeup down and away. Nice pitch by Plesac. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day. Nick Castellanos up next. He is striking out looking. He was actually a pinch hitter as well. 2 outs now. Jonathan India up next. First pitch swinging. That is going to be an easy field for Hernandez. And Plesac's going 5 strong. Still in the game in the 7th. Tyler Naquin, the former Cleveland Indian, at the dish. 0-1 ground out to Plesac. Out number 1. Next up, Tucker Barnhart again. 1-2 to him. Hits this one deep center field. However, Ahmed underneath it. Out number 2. Plesac now over 100 pitches. Aquino, full count to him, slaps it through the right side of the infield. That is a base hit. So a little 2-out single will bring in the pitcher spot, which means this time it'll be Shogo Akiyama getting called upon to pinch hit. He steps in the box now, full count to him, and he can't hit on the changeup. Zach Plesac, 7 shutout innings in his own right. But Cleveland haven't seen their offense since the 4th inning. We're going to take a peek at it here in the 8th. Amir Garrett steps in the top of the 8th, making his 5th appearance of the season. As Cleveland's offense has kind of gone ice cold, but we're going to pick it up here with Jose Ramirez. First pitch to Ramirez from Garrett. He gets a fastball down and away and actually hits it in the right field. So a leadoff single for Cleveland. Maybe they have something going here. Reyes is also first pitch swinging. That was perfectly hit. Could have been turn 2, but Reyes hit that one so hard that he's only able to get 1 as he had to knock the ball down. So now runner is on second, 1 away. Eddie Rosario up next, 3-1, hits it deep right center. It is caught. However, runner will tag, move to third. 2 outs, runner on third. Josh Naylor up next, first pitch swinging, slider roped into right center. That is going to get down. That is going to be an RBI double. Josh Naylor extends the Cleveland lead 3-0, making up for his defensive mishaps this episode. Andre Jimenez up next. He cannot get another run as he will end the 8th. But we're going to go into the 9th, 3-0 Cleveland. So that means, once again, James Karinchak will step into the dish. He's already looking for save number 5 on the season. First batter, pop up, short left field. Easy play for the shortstop. Mike Mustaka's up next. First pitch swinging, hit deep to center. Easy play out there in center. That's 2nd out of the inning. Down to the last out, it'll be Tyler Naquin. 1-0 to Naquin, chopped to right side, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, ball game over. Cleveland answers back after dropping 3 straight to Chicago with a statement 3-0 victory over the Cincinnati Reds in Great American Ballpark. They take game number 1 of this 3-game set for the Battle of Ohio. You can take a look at the line score right there. As Zach Plesac is your player of the game, going 7 strong innings, another quality start for him. ERA is below 1 to begin his season. What a start for him. Game number 2, Cincinnati does win 8-6, so the offensive bats for both squads coming alive here. Cleveland had 3 home runs, while for Cincinnati, their damage was done 2 from Castellanos as they get to Tristan McKenzie in this one. Before we get to game number 3, I want to take a look at this box score. I do like to take a look at some of the other games going on around the league so you can kind of stay immersed. And the Minnesota Twins put up 20 hits against Los Angeles. Twins off to a rough start, but they are a contender in the AL Central looking to turn their season around. We get a trade offer as we simulate the 3rd game, our very first trade offer of the season. The Yankees want to offer us Jordan Montgomery for Eddie Rosario. I am definitely going to say no to this one, as that's just kind of a lateral move. We don't really need pitching right now. then in Game 3, we do win the series for the Battle of Ohio 7-1. A couple of 2s in the first 3 and 5. Cincinnati just put up 1 in the second, thanks to Nick Senzel. As this time, Logan Allen did have a quality start. So Cleveland will start the season 10-5, and we'll have an off day. So we're going to have an interesting episode next time since we're on an off day. We're going to have our first scouting episode. We're going to take a look at some of the top prospects around the league. Take a look at the collegiate players. Yes, you're going to see some collegiate baseball here in the series. Told you this series was going to be immersive. How about we go down to college ball, get a couple look at some scouts as the draft is in a couple months, but I want to figure out who could be the next big thing, get a jump on scouting. That'll be next episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Indians off to a hot start. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.